Students, in this session, let us try to learn about Derek Walcott and his life and works. In this lesson or in this session, let us try to understand the racial and linguistic origin of the poet Derek Walcott. Let us try to understand his career as a poet, painter, playwright, and teacher. Besides that, let us try to understand the creative influence on the poet Derek Walcott. After going through this session, we must be in a position to understand Derek Walcott's dual racial and linguistic nationality, and we must also learn the poetic and professional career of the poet Derek Walcott. First, let us look into Derek Walcott's life and education. Derek Walcott was born in the year 1930 in Saint Lucia Island in West Indies. And his ancestors belong to both African and European origin. This is a very important aspect of his life. His ancestors or forefathers belong to both African origin and European origin. He is an hybrid man belonging to two different cultures. He received a sound colonial education. Since he had an European origin, he received a very good colonial education. And he taught at West Indies. Later, he taught at West Indies universities. Particularly, he worked in Jamaica and Trinidad between 1954 and 57. He studied theatre in United States of America. Since the 1970s, he divided his time between United States of America and West Indies. He shuttled between these two countries from 1970s. He spent most of his time in America and some time in West Indies. He shuttled between these two countries and he died in the year 2017. Let us look into Derek Walcott's early poetry. His early poems are full of echoes from colonial texts of European literature. His early poetry echoes from the colonial texts of European literature. He was very much influenced by the European writers, and his earlier poems echo the European literature. He was very much influenced by the English and American writers. But native rhythm permeates his work, even though he was very much influenced by the European and American writers. There is a native rhythm, native elements throughout his works. He published a collection of poems titled In a Green Night in the year 1962. Another collection of poems, Castaway and Other Poems, was published in the year 1965. The Gulf was published in the year 1970. He went on publishing his collection of poems at regular intervals. And his later poetry found poetic models from New World. For his later poetry, Derek Walcott found the models from New World and New World poets like Pablo Neruda from Chile and Cesare and others. And he had friendship with the contemporary poets, and his friendship helped his poetic development. Some of the contemporary poets of Derek Walcott were Ted Hughes, Heaney, Robert Lowell, and others. They help him in his poetic development. His later poetry reflects the hybridity both at the level of language and identity. We find hybridity in his later poetry. Hybridity in language and hybridity in identity can be found in his later poems. Some of his poems are autobiographical in nature. Another Life collection of poems was published in the year 1973. The poems are autobiographical in nature in this collection. The Fortunate Traveler is another autobiographical poem published in the year 1981. Midsummer is another published in the year 1984. He wrote an epic poem called Homeros. This Homeros, an epic poem, modeled on Homer's Odyssey. This epic poem by Derek Walcott is based on or modeled on Homer's Odyssey, which is a great epic in Europe. This epic brought him Nobel Prize in the year 1992. So he is the writer who received a Nobel Prize for Literature. He published The Bounty in the year 1997, and he brought out so many other poems collections throughout his life. Wells Arts Council International Writers Prize was awarded to him in the year 1980. That is an award that he received, and besides this, he received so many awards from so many countries and organizations. It is very difficult to make a list of all the awards that he received because it goes very lengthy. That is why I have just mentioned one in this particular slide. Let us come to Derek Walcott as a dramatist. As a dramatist, Derek Walcott founded the Hearts Guild of St. Lucia in the year 1950. Very much interested in theatre. So he founded the Arts Guild of St. Lucia in West Indies in the year 1950. Later he formed Trinidad Theatre Workshop in the year 1959. He is the founder of Boston Theatre at Boston University in United States of America. Not only in West Indies, he was very active in theatre even in America. He is the founder of Boston Theatre at Boston University. He studied theatre at New York City and in New York University. He was very much interested in a German playwright called Bertolt Brecht, who was a very innovative playwright, and he was very much interested in classical Oriental theatre and films. He was very much interested in plays and also classical Oriental theatre and films. He mingles prose and verse in his plays. His plays are written both in prose and verse, and he used Creole vocabulary in his plays. So we find the creolization of his literary works. Some of his important plays are The Sea at Donphin and Henry Christophe. The first two plays staged at Trinidad in 1950s. These two plays were staged in Trinidad in 1950s. And he wrote an epic drama titled Drums and Colors in the year 1958. And he wrote some folklore-based dramas titled T. Jean and His Brother. Dream on Monkey Mountain is another. These folklore-based dramas were presented in 1950s and 1960s in West Indies. He published another collection of plays in the year 1970. Dream on Monkey and other plays. And he wrote so many minor plays between 1971 and 74. Themes and his personality. The themes of his plays and his personality. He writes on themes of dislocation, hybridity, national identification, and other issues. In his plays and in his poems, we find the themes of dislocation, displacement, transplantation, hybridity, national identification, and other issues. He, unlike the other writers who migrated to Europe and USA, remained in West Indies. As we saw when we studied West Indies literature in the previous session, we came to know that most of the West Indies writers settled either in European countries or in America. But Derek Walcott remained in West Indies, even though he shuttled between America and West Indies. He had a firm foot in West Indies, unlike the other writers who settled abroad. Even his name was recommended for Poet Laureate of England as a successor of Ted Hughes. Ted Hughes was the Poet Laureate of England. Derek Walcott's name was recommended for the Poet Laureate of England. Even though he is an West Indian, his name was suggested for Poet Laureate of England because to represent the multinational society of the British Commonwealth. In order to make him represent the multinational society of the British Commonwealth, British Commonwealth. British Commonwealth consists of all the countries which were under the British rule during colonization. To represent all this British Commonwealth, his name was recommended for the post of Poet Laureate of England. He was such a great personality and writer in West Indies. Let us revise or recap whatever we learned in this session. Derek Walcott's plays and poems show his preoccupation with the national identity and their literature. The plays and poems of Derek Walcott are preoccupied with the national identity and their literature. He was very well versed in English, well versed in French and Greek languages. So he knew so many languages. He was a versatile reader. He had a vast knowledge of so many other languages and literature. He worked both in West Indies and USA. He worked in West Indies universities and also in American universities. He was very much influenced by the European and New World writers. And he received a Nobel Prize for literature, as we know. So, Derek Walcott is one of the very important writers in the world who represents West Indies. Let us try to assess our understanding of Derek Walcott and his contribution to literature. The autobiographical poem of Derek Walcott is Homeros, The Fortunate Traveler, The Bounty, Another Life. Another Life is a autobiographical poem of Derek Walcott. The poem that brought a Nobel Prize for Walcott was the epic poem that got him Nobel Prize, The Castaway, The Gulf Homer's Midsummer. Yes, Homer's, an epic poem modeled on Homer's Odyssey, brought Nobel Prize for Derek Walcott. Walcott was interested in which one of the following playwright: Arthur Miller, Bertolt Brecht, Henrik Ibsen, T.S. Eliot. Derek Walcott was very much interested in one of the following writers. That writer was Bertolt Brecht from Germany, who wrote in German languages. Walcott was awarded a Nobel Prize in 1971, 1981, 1992, and 1973. He was awarded a Nobel Prize in the year 1992. Walcott was born in which one of the following islands? Walcott was born at Saint Lucia, Guyana, Jamaica, Trinidad. He was born in an island, West Indies island called Saint Lucia. These are the books I refer to for preparation of this presentation. Thank you for listening.